Salute me and shoot me. What up, my people? Today on this lovely stream, I'm going to be interviewing somebody, but give me one split second. I had to make sure the whole freaking stream thing is going good, and it seems like it's going good. Alright, now I gotta call the person I'm interviewing. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, are you ready for this? Because I have it all set up.
Okay, let me get. Okay, I don't understand everything, but okay, whatever. Let me get my. Let me plug this in because I don't want. Since I'm gonna be streaming after this and working on stuff, I don't want my computer to die on me.
Nah, we don't want that.
Anyway, I guess so. I don't know if. I mean, yeah, I'm working on my thing as we speak, so I don't know. Okay, so Junior's next. Yeah, I guess I'm ready. I'm just trying to. I'm multitasking right now, as like I said. Yeah, so yeah, I'm multitasking. Let's see.
Alright, well, just let me know when you're ready.
Well, I can do this at the same time, you know.
Oh, okay. I ain't want to be to start asking questions and stuff, and then you were like, "Hold on, I got a brain fart because I'm doing multiple things at a time." Oh, okay. All right.
Well, the
I
only
just want.
thing I'm really doing is, the scenes. I told you that I do to make an episode. You got to do it in 4 steps. You gotta make the script, which I've already done. You got to do the scenes, which I'm working on now. Then you got to do the editing / music, and then you got to upload it. And right now I'm doing the scenes, the scene part. Where the thing that people see in the thing that
Oh
they have to
yeah, hold
read.
on. I gotta put your channel in the description because I forgot to do that because I was changing some stuff around. And I was like, I know I'm missing something. Hold on.
Do you have my channel? Do you need it?
I can go get it. I can go get it. It's gonna
Okay.
take a little bit.
I'm doing this a little differently where I'm doing one character, one scene one character at a time instead of normally, where it would say, for example, Junior and then possibly Eclipse and then Junior again. Well, I'm doing all the Junior lines, scene lines first, and then I'm going to go in and do Eclipse instead of normally, switching back and forth between characters, remaking the scene, the background and all that stuff. I figured, why not get one character thing done first?
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it easier on myself, and I'm seeing if doing it that way is better than switching back and forth, like I normally would. But hang on one sec. Let's see. Do you need help?
Alright, let's see. I found it so I can put it in the description now.
Oh, I am.
I'll just wait till he gets back.
Cut a little bit. Put down cement. Well, you need to get to work then. I know. That's gonna take a while. I know. That's too long. You need a drink? No, I'm good. Just have coffee.
In the meantime, for whoever's watching, how you guys doing, man? Like, oh no, he's coming back.
Sorry about that. I had to go see because my dad hasn't started working on mending the steps and all that stuff, and
All right.
because he was supposed to be doing that already.
All right. Well, I added your channel in there, so I found it, and I set up the description thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
One of my viewers, actually made a shout out video last night during my stream.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, we
Yeah.
we got some Ward in the chat. The early bird always come in, man. It's like, hello, Ward.
What? You're already doing a what? What?
Yeah, your interview is live. Remember, I told you.
You didn't tell me. Wow. Embarrassing. Hello, Ward. I guess if you want to make bloopers, you can, but go ahead. Let's start since you didn't tell me that you started.
I did earlier. I was like, all right, the stuff is rolling. All right, let's do this.
You didn't tell me.
Well, hey, you know now.
Yes, now I do. I mean, because if I knew that I wouldn't have told you about my.
Well, don't worry about that. It doesn't even matter. I'll be
Anyway.
like, I'll have like a timestamp to skip to when we start to the review, like for people who see the screen when it's uploaded or whatnot. I have times. I'll put timestamps down.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that yeah, you're gonna have to do some editing and stuff like that because yeah. Anyway, go.
Oh, what up, Shinra? It's been a while, man. I didn't see you into the chat, man. I see you. Yeah, it's been live for 6 minutes. Now 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Ow.
All right. So first question: what inspired you to make your channel?
A YouTuber that I watched. The thing is okay. I looked up I started playing Animal Crossing, City Folk, and the thing is, I wanted to know how to actually get a golden axe, and so I started looking up how to get a golden axe. And the thing is that okay, so I started watching videos, and one of the suggestions was let's play Animal Crossing City Folk Part 1, and it was under Madame Wario, which I've shown you who Madame
Yeah,
Wario is.
yeah, I remember
So
her.
yeah. So the thing is that okay, so I look her up. At this point in time, this was back in 2011. I didn't even know what a Let's Play was. I didn't know, I didn't know. I didn't even know what, I knew what YouTube was, but I didn't know what a Let's Play was and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out. Next thing I know, I hear a, I hear a voice and I start watching. And ever since then I was hooked, and I was like, you know what? I might as well start making my own YouTube channel. And, I didn't have like everything set up like I do now. So I had to use a camera. Yes, a camera.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of my old days. That's kind
Yeah,
of how I started off too. I used the
yeah.
camera to film
But
gameplay and
yeah,
stuff.
so me coming across her channel kind of inspired me to make my own channel.
Hmm. Okay. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, oh yeah. I'm glad you popped in, man, because you know what I'm saying. That's all great. I'm glad you popped in. Now I'm talking about my boy Shinra.
But yeah, she she kind of inspired me. So she's kind of like my idol, basically. Even though that she's done. The thing is, she started back in 2010, while I started in 11. So she's got 1 year ahead of me. And the thing is that she's the same age as me. So it's kind of it's kind of weird, I know, but hey, it works,
Uh,
I guess.
oh yeah, Ward in the chat said he started off using the camera too. So
Yeah,
yeah, we all started off using our bootleg cameras and stuff, trying to film something that we thought was great until we later on look back and like, hey man, that wasn't good. I can do better. So it's like, yeah.
exactly. But if you want to see my original Animal Crossing Let's Play with the camera, you cannot anymore because YouTube took it down. So
Let me guess. Was it because of the music or something?
no, no, it wasn't because of the music because there was no copyright in the music. It was just you know YouTube just took it down. I don't. They never really gave me a reason why they took it down. They just decided to take it down, and they took down some of my other Let's Plays that I did as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
All right. So second question: what basically made you start your unknown series? Like, was there somebody you picked up on, or was it an original idea, or like?
basically, I started playing Super Smash Brawl, for the Wii,
Uh huh.
and I saw all these characters and coming together from different universes and stuff, and I was really big into really big into the whole crossover thing, and because I also saw that on Disney and with Lilo and Stitch and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, if they can do it and if the game can do it, I'm gonna try and throw my hat in the ring, and try to do something, and and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try. And I didn't think of an actual name for the show, so that's why it's called Unknown.
Yeah.
but but yeah, it's basically a big comedy joke thing, where all these different characters from other universes can show up, and it's kind of like a big what if thing. It's nothing to take serious, and stuff like that. Yes, I know that I've done episodes that I'm not proud of, but trial and error, right?
Yeah,
Everybody,
you had to start somewhere, you know.
yeah, yep. We all
Hmm.
have to start somewhere, and over time, I've gotten better with my writing and stuff like that, as you guys probably will tell if you start watching from Unknown 1 all the way up to Unknown 5, especially when we get to Unknown 6. You guys are probably going to be seeing that, hey, I'm not going to need hardly any help. So do we have to restart?
No, no, you keep going. It just OBS crashed on me a little bit. I had to start over.
Well, but like I was saying, my dream really, with every single series that I try to do, is I'm trying to make it as good as possible and try to get my ideas out there. That way, what if a big company, like, I'm just going to use Disney because I grew up with Disney. What if Disney comes across it and sees it, and then they're interested, and then they want to make a
Yeah.
series into it? Or what if the people that do the Sonic comics, what if they see it and they want to, you know, add my characters in there, So
Yeah, that gets me to the next question of the interview. Like, what basically had like the I know I'm using inspiration a lot, but what basically uh
inspired.
yeah, inspire you for that, like, for you to use your characters the way that you do.
Well, the thing is that um, I've seen, I've seen other people, not just Madam, but I've seen other people, and I've seen the Sonic comics, and especially in Undertale, I've started seeing in Undertale and stuff like that. They have these different AUs and stuff like that, and they don't like they don't go by the official, way that the character was created and stuff like that. There's a different AU in a different universe and stuff like that. That's basically where I got the whole thing is, where I mean, people don't really seem to have a problem when there's like a different universe version of the same character and stuff like that. And I thought, with how I am and how my created juices are and stuff like that, I thought, why not, why not try to think outside the box, and portray some of the characters a different way than normal, not just my, because when you make us like a Sonic OC, they don't know who your character is, so you have to build that personality and all that from scratch. But with the Sonic official characters, like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Scourge, and them, they do know because of the comics. But some of those characters, I feel you can change just a little bit, you know, because
Right.
there's multiple different universes with those um official characters already. There's the games, there's the comics, there's some other universes out there already with the characters. So, and people don't seem to have a problem that way. So I figured, you know what? Why not? Why not try? It never hurts to try. And so that's why I decided, you know what? Why not portray some of the characters a little differently? Yes, I'm not proud on how I portrayed some of them. I will say that. And I've tried to fix that multiple times, but it seems like every single time I try to change the character a little bit, or even to more my liking, or and stuff like that, I get bashed on, and I don't want to. To me, I don't really want the character to be like how it was originally created, um because the thing is that it that would be boring a little bit. And if it and I'm also trying to fix it to where my characters where my character can interfere, can you know because the official characters wouldn't know your OC and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to do it a little different, to the point where they do know your OC. It's kind of like a fan fiction, basically. If we're talking short term there, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry for that long explanation there.
Nah, that's cool, man. I mean, that's what the interview is here for, saying get all that, information and stuff out, So
Yeah.
it's cool. Um, what else I wanted to ask? Um, hmm. Oh, yeah. Why did you use certain universes in there? Like, is it because like you like the type of universe it is and you wanted to add it in the story, or it just had a different other meaning? So, because like I noticed that when I first saw the first unknown thing with the Transformers thing, I was like, well, that was kind of a little out of left field, but hey, I mean, if you want to put it in there, you can put it in there.
Well, okay, with the whole idea with adding certain universes, some of it's because I am a big fan of them, but then another thing is that I figured, why not try something, you know, and see if it clicks. And also, I was trying to get ideas for my story, and sometimes you got to have certain events happen. Um, to that way, people know that, hey, this happened because of this. This is how the you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Certain
yeah, I get you.
it's in video games as well. Like, oh well, this happened because of this. Like, especially in Kingdom Hearts. I mainly take things from Kingdom Hearts and Dragon Ball Z, and and also some other stuff that I like. Like Back to the Future. That's where the whole time travel thing came from, and stuff like that. That's where how that came into play, and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, why not take some of the stuff that I like and see what clicks, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, let's see here. What did I did next?
What, you didn't write these down?
I mean, some of them I had like just on the side here that I typed, but some I was just going off the fly with. So it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, some I had written down, some I didn't. Um. Well, this time we just ask questions and all the stuff about what's your thoughts and stuff on YouTube. So, what's your thoughts on the direction of how YouTube has been going lately?
Uh, well, YouTube's kind of been picky on on stuff, like actual like you got to be careful what you say. You got to be careful on the type of music um, that you pick for your videos if you're doing and stuff like that. You gotta like you gotta give credit and stuff like that. And the thing is that it even if you do know the artist, like for example, I have a friend that's in the music industry and stuff like that, and she came to my house for Christmas one year, and she gave me permission to use her song in a video. And I even credited her and everything in the video. I gave her credit and everything. YouTube basically says that it's copyrighted and made me remove it, or they would,
Hmm.
even though I gave them even though I gave her credit, even though she gave me permission, I gave her credit and stuff like that, and she's an upcoming artist, her music wasn't even known yet. So yeah, you got to be very careful what you do on YouTube. Otherwise you're gonna lose your channel. I mean, because I had to fight getting my channel back once before because I was stupid and I was streaming with a friend and he never saw Wreck-It Ralph. I accidentally showed Wreck-It Ralph and I forgot I was streaming and I was showing him Wreck-It Ralph, and I got a copyright notice, or yeah, notice, not almost a strike actually. I think it was a strike actually, from Disney themselves, and they made me, and YouTube took down my channel, and it took me a while to get my channel back
Mm.
because of it.
Mm. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Well, Ward said he remembered that story, so well, that's a new one to me. Both of y'all never told me about that. I was like, yeah, okay.
There's stuff that we haven't told you yet.
Uh,
Because again, you haven't been, around
yeah, yeah.
enough yet for me to feel comfortable on telling you everything yet. Trust me, later on, just because I don't know if you really want me to say what I'm actually thinking. But in time, I will be telling you probably a lot more stuff in the future.
Oh,
Because again, I don't know if you want me to say now. Because
I think I catch your drift.
yes,
Nah. Well, not now anyway.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But in time, you'll probably know more stuff.
Oh, okay. Now here we go to some more personal questions or whatnot. So, um, what would be your considered the best game or like one of the best games you ever played?
Oh boy. I mean, I grew up in the 90s. Well, yeah, I grew up in the 90s. So, oh boy, I've played a lot of games in my 3 decades of yes decades because of 10 because each decade's 10 years. Yeah, showing my age here. So I've played a lot of games over the years. Um, do I have to say like my favorite game, or do I have to say like my favorite franchise?
Game franchise is yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Well, if we have to go with franchise, I would have to say Kingdom Hearts as a whole. If we were going by single game, I would have to go with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep as of right now. Because there's a whole bunch of things that I do like about the game and everything. And my favorite, I wouldn't say video game character, but my favorite, my second favorite female character came from that game. And one of my waifus came from that game. So I was like, yeah, I'm not giving up on that. If you want to know who my favorite video game character, well, female character is, it's Jun Kazama. She came from Tekken and stuff like that. But my second favorite is Aqua. Aqua came from Birth by Sleep. And the thing is that I've always loved Aqua and probably am going to love Aqua. And she's actually my my waifu, basically one of them. And because I really like her personality, she's kind and loving and like a mother figure and stuff like that, So yeah,
Yeah.
I really, really do love Aqua. I mean, she's like a female version of Sora, and you know how people have said that I am kind of like Sora in a way, so she's kind of a female version of myself.
Well, I mean, I played some good amount of Kingdom Hearts. I'll say the character that remind, especially in my early teenage years, the character I relate to the most was Roxas.
Right.
But like,
A lot of people love Roxas, which
yeah,
which I understand, but you got to remember that he came from Sora, and he's Sora's nobody, and the only reason why he looks like that is because of Ventus.
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. I remember that. You're right.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that because of why he looks, that's the reason why he looks the way he is because of Ventus, because if Ventus never, if his heart never gotten shattered and had to go inside Sora, when we had when Sora did that, in Kingdom Hearts 1 to free Kyrie's heart, if Ven wasn't in there at the time, then who knows what Roxas would have looked like.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, you already went to video. Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you another personal question. Um, what do you how can I put this? So yeah, since you was talking about waifus earlier, like you just like
Mm-hmm.
girls that's like Aqua, or like do you have any favorite type into a person or whatever?
Well, at one point, I don't have the picture on me anymore, but at one point, I actually made a photo of all my waifus, and I will say this. Excuse me. That I actually have. I'm trying to do this from memory. Aqua was one of them, of course. June was another. Um, what is lightning from from Final Fantasy 13 trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Amy Rose. If we have to go Sonic route, Amy Rose. Yuna from Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. But I also like Fidel from Dragon Ball Z. I like Fidel and stuff
Everyone
like
likes Fidel.
yes. Um, I also liked Android 18 at one point. But not as much as Fidel, but yeah. Um, but yeah, that was majority of my waifus there. I mean, because again, Kingdom Hearts, DBZ, Sonic. There was another one from Blaze Blue that I liked, Norel Vermilion and stuff like that. I don't know if you've ever played Blaze
Oh,
Blue.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Yep. I really did like her. I really do like her. She's one of my waifus and stuff like that. Um, I'm not that good with her when I'm playing the game, though, sadly. but but it's okay. I mean, but I really do like her and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, again, I had a photo of all my waifus on one thing, but I don't have it anymore. So, and I know I sent it in a thing, but I don't remember where it is. Another one that I really liked. I don't know. This is going to surprise you, especially if you haven't played this franchise. But I liked Tyr
Hmm.
Grant from Tales of the Abyss.
Oh, I never had a chance to play. I did hear memes and stuff about that game, but I never had the chance to play it. Like how like
Yeah.
everybody, like the game's supposed to be about teamwork, but everybody
Hmm.
just don't connect.
Yep. Yep. Pretty much. But yeah, I really do love Tyr. She's one of the main characters, and actually, this is what's really cool. She and because she's the main, she's like the female protagonist in Tales of the Abyss. So her and Luke, who's actually the male antagonist who you normally play as, they are actually in Tales of the World mysterious something mythology, aka the one that I'm playing. That I'm playing. Originally, it was on the PSP, and I have to play it through a PSP emulator. But yeah, but it's cool that that those two are actually in that game, and the thing is, I really do like that, you know,
Hmm.
because that game is filled with characters from other Tales of franchises up to 2000 and I think it's 2007, I think. So and in that game you're supposed to you know you create a character and you're supposed to go and meet all these other Tales of characters, and you're supposed to you're like the chosen one, so you're supposed to like go around, do these jobs, try to level up, and try to find um a way to save your world from being destroyed.
Hmm. Sounds very
I've
interesting.
only done two parts so far, so I'm not that far into the game yet. But that's one thing that I've been doing. That's one thing I was and that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get everything set up um, on my end, so I can go back to streaming it because I have to do I have to play it through through an emulator because I don't know how to because I don't have the game originally on the PSP, so I have to play it through an emulator.
Hmm. I mean, that game might be a cost. Blah, that I can't talk. That game might be. I mean, that game might cost a lot, pretty much, if you try to get it like on eBay or something. Because
Well, and the fact of the matter is that I don't have I do have the cables and everything to set up to stream through the PSP itself. But the thing is that it wouldn't be the same experience, seeing it on a little screen, unlike on a great big screen.
yeah, yeah, especially with the Vidal pony. Yeah, the Vidal with the pony. I don't know why everybody liked that. But I mean, yeah, Vidal had a weird haircut when she when she later on with Gohan and stuff. But I don't know. I like the long hair Vidal. Not the one with the ponytail. The one that
Right.
the one that
The original when we first meet her.
yeah, how she got the
Yes.
long hair in the back.
Yes, that one's good. It's just that I could see where Gohan was coming from. Have to cut your hair because it could probably interfere with battling. I could see that.
Yeah, but only cheap douchebags use people hair to fight. Like, come on, man, come on. You don't supposed to grab nobody hair when you fighting.
Right, but you got to think if she had the long hair, it could get in her face and block her view from trying to attack, or that would leave her wide open to attack because she wouldn't be able to see, and they could use that as an advantage. Her opponent could use that as an advantage.
Mm. If that's the case, tell that to Android 17, especially Super Android 17. He has even longer hair.
But they did it correctly. They did it correctly. You know, his hair wouldn't interfere because he's an android. It's not really android. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I understand, but still, man,
It's
like,
different for androids, and unless they become human.
right.
See, Videl is a human, so it would be different for her.
Yeah, but I kind of miss that long hair. I love people with long hair. Like,
They do put her that as an option in some of the DBZ games when they add her in, but not all the time.
yeah.
But yeah, it is that option is in some of the games.
Mm. Well, we was talking about RPGs earlier.
Yep.
What would be like the most intuitive, like just really good RPG that you played lately?
Oh boy. Um does it have to be one I finished, or is it one that I've
You don't have to finish it. It's just one that you played or been playing.
well, the current one that I have been playing is Dragon Quest XI, and I will say this: it is fun. You gotta level up quite a bit because right now I'm at a boss that that basically will destroy you if you're under level, and I think I'm under level. So, yay me! It's kind of like in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, where if you don't level up, the game will punish you.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I'm at that point right now where, yeah, I need to level up. But yeah, I would recommend either Kingdom Hearts, any of the Kingdom Hearts, actually, or any of the Tales of um, games. See, I'm new to Dragon Quest, so I know that it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons in a way, but I'm still new to it, so I don't have like a history with it like I do with Kingdom Hearts or with the Tales of series. So
Yeah.
so I would, but I am enjoying it. And the thing is that the artist, who does um who does the Dragon Ball Z characters,
Yeah,
he
Akira
did the
Toriyama. Yeah.
yeah, he actually um did the art and character models and everything for Dragon Quest 11. So when you see the characters, a lot of them, like all the characters, look like Dragon Ball Z characters. Like, for example, the king of Helidor, he looks like Dr. Gero.
Oh wow.
I'm not
I'm
kidding. So, and this one kid that I just came across in the last part that I did, he kind of looked like Oob.
Oh, with the mohawk hair thing. Yeah.
No, 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 no. He looked like Oob, like in the face and everything,
Oh, okay.
and he was that dark skinned and everything.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, he looked like Oob,
Yeah, Akira.
but with actual long hair, like actual hair and not a mohawk.
Akira Toriyama did that a lot with the games that he worked on. He
Mm-hmm.
did it with Chrono Trigger, and then he also did it with Blue Dragon.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I really am enjoying Dragon Quest 11. Um, but again, right now I am stuck. I'm stuck because I haven't played the game in a while. I haven't leveled up, and right now it's showing. So yeah, but so yeah,
Yeah, you gotta do a lot of level grinding, man. That's how RPGs work.
yep.
Oh yeah. Since we still talking about video games and stuff, have you ever gotten into any racing games? Like, have you have a favorite of any racing games? Because I've been playing some racers recently, and I just
Oh,
wondered,
racing games. Okay.
yeah.
I would have to say Team Sonic Racing. I'm not that good at racing games, to be honest, but I I've actually, it's weird because I can do really good with Sonic All Stars Racing, All Stars Racing Transformed,
Mhm.
and now Team Sonic Racing. And I don't know if it's because of the Sonic thing or not, because I've tried other ones that didn't have Sonic in it, and I'm not that good at them. But if I play like ones that have Sonic characters in it, I'm actually good at it.
Hmm.
Like I tried a long time ago. I tried Need for Speed, and I also tried Nightclub, and I also tried Gran Turismo and stuff like that back when I was younger and stuff like that. And I even tried NASCAR back in the day, and I was like, you know, I couldn't do it, and it kind of took me, and it kind of made me like, okay, clearly I'm not good at racing games. And then when Sonic All Stars Racing came out, I tried it, and I actually was good at it. Same thing with but the thing is that I tried Sonic Riders and Sonic Rider Zero Gravity, and I was okay in those. I wasn't the best, but I wasn't horrible. I wasn't as good as I am in All Stars Racing and Team Sonic Racing, but I wasn't as bad as I was if I was playing like NASCAR or Gran Turismo.
Uh, oh yeah, one of my friends had hopped in the chat. He reminded me since we were talking about racing games. Yeah, and Sonic and All Stars Racing Transform, BD Joe is cheap, man. I don't know if it's
Yes.
his stats, but he's a very cheap kid. Like he beat me so many times with BD Joe. I was like, I can't believe I lost.
Right. I never actually played BB Joe, though. I actually, because again, I played like a lot of the Sonic characters, and sometimes I would play as some of the non-Sonic characters. But I never actually had everyone unlocked in Transformed.
Uh, well,
Mm-hmm.
in Team Sonic Racing, Amy is a threat because every time I play
Yeah.
online or play offline, Amy always be in the lead place because, like I said, I don't know if it's because of her stats in the
It
game
probably is
or
because it is really because Amy is the speed type in that.
yeah, but she
So
gets
what you got to do
really
is you got to customize your car um, with you know take in the mind of okay, if I'm gonna play as this character, and they're a speed type, make sure that they have a lot of speed. If they're a technical, give them the technical stuff. If they're a power type, then give them defense.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
Hmm. That's how I do it.
Maybe it's because of the control system of Sonic Team Racing and Sonic All Stars Racing Transform. Like
It is from
probably
the same mechanic. It is the same mechanic.
yeah.
It's got the same control scheme. So, and they did that on purpose. So, people that are used to teams two transformed, they wouldn't feel like it would feel more familiar to them.
Yeah.
That's what. That's why they did it that way.
Well, um, well, what else? I was gonna freaking ask. Oh yeah. What's your favorite video game like? Weapon or attack? I'm just trying to get all these personal questions out of the way.
Oh boy, if I have to use a weapon, I would have to say a sword myself.
Keeping it old school and classic, just using the sword.
Well, again, I used to play Soul Calibur a lot, so I'm kind of used to weapons. I'm not really used to like the new ones where you have like these other ones like a hula hoop and and uh and stuff. Like in Soul Calibur 6 where all these guest characters came in and stuff like that. So I'm more used to the classic ones. Like with the sword and shield and the pipe type stuff and the whip and stuff like that. But I would have to say like maybe the sword and shield, and it's mainly the sword by itself. Maybe like a Soul Calibur or Soul Edge, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Nah, one of my friends in the chat was like, "It's the dubstep gun." Yeah, that gun is pretty good in Saints Row. Like that gun is pretty powerful. My choice of weapon would be um it would be like some type of gun blade. Not like squalls, but like a weapon that it shoots, but it also is good for close quarters combat.
Oh,
So
I
you
would
have
have to.
both of the
So
worlds.
so not like Leon's basically.
No,
because
no,
I
no,
know
not
him as
not not
Leon.
like
I know him as,
Squall.
yeah, Leon, because that's what he goes by in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh well, I know him by Squall because I played Final Fantasy VIII, so it's like that's what they call him.
Well, he goes by in Kingdom Hearts. In Kingdom Hearts, he goes by Leon.
Uh,
It's the
well,
same character, but he just goes by Leon in Kingdom Hearts. In Kingdom Hearts 1, they do say there is a scene where Yuffie says, "I think you've overdone it, Squall," and he says that's Leon. So he goes by Leon in the Kingdom Hearts series.
oh yeah, he did have the identity thing he was going through in the game. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's what they call him, freaking Leon.
So yeah, he's in Kingdom Hearts. In Kingdom Hearts, he's known as Leon. Um, but I don't know because I've never played 8, so I don't know if they mention if he said Leon in the game in Final Fantasy, or if he's going by something else besides Squall. But in Kingdom Hearts, he's known as Squall.
Uh,
In
well,
Kingdom Hearts, he's known as Leon and not Squall. So
well, excuse me, Leone.
yes, Yuffie is still known as Yuffie. Aerith is known as Aerith. Cloud is known as Cloud. And Sid is known as Sid. And Sephiroth is known as Sephiroth. So yeah, he's the only one in Final Fantasy that has changed his name to Leon.
Yeah, it gets worse if you play Final Fantasy Dissidia. Not Dissidia. Yeah, I was right, Dissidia. Yeah. That game is for the PSP, and like if you look on the thing, it says like Leonhardt Squall. It's like, oh, so
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be called Squall, I guess in this game they call them both. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay,
They
that
probably
that
did
wouldn't
that
be
because of
confusing.
they probably did that because to give him a friend because fans from Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts because some fans know him as Leon, some of them know him as Squall. So
Right? No, Frey was like the most annoying character, the president's daughter from Resident Evil 4. Yes, freaking Graham is annoying, but I mean, she still has some importance to the game. Like she even though she's annoying and hard to freaking protect because it's an escort mission, but
mm-hmm.
she does have some importance to her, so she ain't too bad. But yes, she be screaming, "Leon, Leon, help me, Leon!" And it gets annoying, and it's like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't done Dissidia yet, so I haven't done a lot of Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, the city is a
The
good
only ones
game.
I've ever actually played is 10, 10-2, 13-2, and 13-3.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I played 13 too, and that junk had me.
That one had time
Uh,
travel.
yeah,
I actually almost got done with the game, and then the thing is that my PS3 that I was playing the game on, the laser that would read the discs died on me.
oh, that's what happened to my old PlayStation 3, and I had to buy everything all digitally. I remember that happened to me too.
The thing is that the game was still in the. My brother had to take apart this PS3 because the game disc was still in the system.
Yeah, I have a
I
feeling if
also
you,
had red light of death. I had like the yellow light of death, or also known as the red light of death for Xbox,
yeah,
because I was on my old PS3 a lot because I was playing a lot of the games back then, and especially Final Fantasy 13 too, and I really wanted to finish it. And I actually got to, I think it was like the final boss where you have to um, fight that purple haired dude
Oh
as
yeah, yeah, yeah.
as lightning.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had to fight him. And the thing is, this is what really sucks. I almost beat him. Then that's when the whole disc, and then the next thing I know, my PlayStation turns off. And that's when the whole thing with the disc, the laser not reading the disc, and the yellow light of death happened.
Mm. To me, I'm gonna say if you're gonna start with a Final Fantasy game, start with 15 because 15 was just the best. I'm sorry.
I haven't played 15. I'm waiting for it to come down in price.
Yes, you should get that. It's really, really, really good.
But the problem is that I'm not I don't know what version to get because there's multiple versions. There's some with DLC, there's some without DLC. You know,
I mean, if you have the money, get the one with DLC. If you don't, just get the plain one.
I did see something in Final Fantasy 15 where you can create a character.
Oh yeah, that's DLC. I have that. It's like you create your own character that's part of the what guard, the royal guard something. I forgot the name of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to bring back light to the like the country and stuff, and you got to fight
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of monsters and stuff, bringing back the light to the city.
If I did get Final Fantasy 15, I would want to get the whole thing with the um create a character thing because I love doing that. That's one of the reasons why I play Soul Calibur 6 or well, why I play Soul Calibur franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would add that in Tekken, but nope.
I used to play Monster Hunter a long time. Well, Monster Hunter World long time ago. I know it's laying around here somewhere. I uninstalled it because I just stopped playing it because I don't know. The people I was playing with got very very toxic. But like,
Oh,
yeah.
Ward says that he has all three Final Fantasy 13 games.
Oh yeah. I see that. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, he does. He actually does. He got 1, 2, and then Lightning Returns.
I don't have the first 13.
I only have the second one. I mean, I used to have the third one and I beat it a long time ago, but I only have the second one now.
I didn't beat 13.3. I got stuck on it. So
Mm. Well, since you're a swords guy, what is your favorite sword? Like, do you like the daggers, the broadsword, the clay, the big old giant claymore swords? Like, what would be your particular sword that you would use?
I would probably have to go more on the line, like how Soul Calibur is. The sword, Soul Calibur.
Oh, so like the big old giant.
No, that not the great big one. I'm talking about the little one. The great big one. That's Soul Edge.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking of. Oh,
Yeah. The
uh,
I'm talking about the little one.
okay.
Hmm.
'Cause I was like, well, that the case, that makes you like a person that like to use those big old giant claymores. Like,
No, because for one, I wouldn't be able to lift the great big ones.
yeah, that'd be a. Oh, I mean, you get a lot of range with those things, man. But it's like,
Yes, you do, but the thing is that I wouldn't be able to lift them.
yeah, those things are really, really heavy to swing around. You gotta be super buff to freaking use one of those things, man.
I am more like the little, like the little ones, kind of like Soul Calibur.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I know you're probably not a gun guy. I'll be like, what would be your favorite like gun type weapon?
Rocket launcher.
Oh, so you just want to blow stuff up? Me?
I would
Oh, go ahead.
I like the rocket launcher. That's myself, and it's mainly because of every time I see it, it's like, but again, I wouldn't be able to lift it, so I would have to go with more something smaller, like maybe a sniper or maybe a pistol or something.
And rocket launchers ain't that heavy, unless you having something like a Hornet freaking rocket launcher, or like a Nikita or something like that, like a really
Hmm.
big giant one. But like if you had like an
Yeah.
RPG or just like a bazooka thing, it's not that
Hmm.
heavy.
But yeah, I like the rocket launcher myself.
Me, I'll be using something like the P90 or yeah, the P90 to me is a really good gun.
Hmm.
It's a submachine gun that shoots 9 millimeter bullets at a very fast speed, and it tears up, and it's accurate, and it's small and compact, and you can carry it. It's
Well,
a very
and the
lightweight
thing
gun.
is that I've seen over the years, over the years since I've played Tekken, one of the characters, Anna Williams, she has a rocket launcher.
Oh, well now.
Hmm.
Hmm. So, like, if you ever had a car, what would be your like, like main car to
Oh
choose?
boy, dream car. Oh boy. Well, that has actually changed over the years. Actually, originally I wanted a limousine, you know, a limo, um, but now I just want now I just want like a Mustang type thing.
Hmm.
Like one of the older Mustang type things. Kind of like it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah. But I did have a Jeep a long time ago, back in the '90s, and I will never let my family let it down that and let live it down because they sold it.
Yeah, that must have been a really good, durable Jeep.
Hmm. I really did like that Jeep because I grew up, going to places and stuff like that, and I really did love that Jeep. But we got rid of it because we thought that we were going to be getting more members of the family, but then that fell through. But we sold the Jeep to get a van.
Hmm.
But sadly, that fell through, and we ended up selling the Jeep for nothing.
Dang man, that's a wait Ward. What the heck is a MK4? Don't you mean an AK-47? I never heard of an MK-47. I think he got his gun wrong. His gun name wrong.
No, I think there is one called an MK-47. I think
I might have to look that up. I'm like, what the hell is an MK? I heard of an AK-47, not an MK-47.
I haven't heard of that. I've heard of an MK-47, but I don't remember what type of gun that is.
Well, my dream car. Well, if for something that's just regularly, I had to say like just a Benz. be fine. But if I want to go all out, I'll be like, yo, give me a Lamborghini. I like Lamborghinis. That's if
Right.
I can fit in one because Lamborghinis is compact, man.
Yes.
It's a 2-door car and it's kind of small inside.
Right. You gotta you gotta be you gotta be the right size and the right person. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's you have to fit around it. It can't fit around you.
Right. But yeah, Ward, if you can find that gun, just DM me it so I can understand. Cause I never heard of a MK47. I heard of a AK-47, but I never heard of that gun ever.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but I'll see. Let me see. 47. Let me see. Yep, that one exists.
What? Send me a picture of it.
Yeah, I will. I just gotta find the a good enough one to send you. I knew it existed. I just because I heard of it.
Hmm.
There you go.
All right, let me take a look at this thing. Oh, wait, that's what one of those are? I know
Yeah.
that gun. I've seen that gun before countless
Yep.
times, but I didn't know that's what that was. I don't even know
Yep.
if that's automatic or semi-automatic. I don't know any really thing about that gun. It looks like an automatic.
I don't know. I just know what it is, but I don't know. I think you can get them in both. I think. I don't know. Again, I'm not that knowledge of a gun person. Sadly, a family member um that have passed away recently would have known more about guns
I mean,
than
I
me.
know a certain degree about guns, but it's like,
But
huh?
yeah, a family friend that passed away recently would have known, but sadly, sadly he's gone. So
Yeah, that looks like that probably could be automatic, or it might be one of those guns that have different fire ranges. Like
right.
it might be a semi and an auto.
Again, I don't know. So
All right. Um, let's see. Anything else I want to ask? Let me check on some of the questions I didn't ask that I had wrote down. Oh, um,
what you should do is to make it easier, so you don't re-ask me the same question, put like a question mark or something next to the ones that you did.
oh yeah, I trust me.
Mhm.
I remember the questions that I asked you. I'm not gonna repeat. I ain't gonna be like, well, what about cars? Like we just talked about cars. Herp a derp
I'm
derp
talking
derp.
about ones that you've asked me earlier.
Oh yeah. Well, trust me. I will remember it.
Okay.
Um, what's your thought about the new games that's coming out? Like the ones that show on E3 and all that.
Tales of Arise. I'm excited for that.
What? That's the only game? Nothing else? They showed a lot.
Well, again, I am excited for the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, but that doesn't really count as a game, does it?
Yeah, everybody hyped for that. I'm getting that. when they release it. I'm gonna be like, yo, I got
Winter.
it. Yo, trust me,
It's
I'm getting
coming
that.
winter. It, that's all. That's all. We know it's coming winter.
I'm gonna be all over that, man. I'll be like, oh well,
Mhm.
freaking Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's probably the only game because the thing is that I've looked at some of the games and I'm not into those type of games.
Uh, a friend of mine asks, uh, who's best pony, but he's not a brony like me, man. He's not gonna answer
I
that
used to
question.
be. I actually used to be, but I got out of the franchise.
Uh, well, who would be considered the best pony to you?
Well, um, my favorite one when I was into the whole thing was Shining Armor.
Oh yeah, Shiny Armor. He's pretty good of a character. He
Hmm.
got a nice sense of humor too. Like he been cracking me up lately in
So
some of
yeah,
his
I
episodes.
I a long time ago was a brony, but I got out of the franchise because of multiple reasons, and I just haven't gone back into it.
Yeah, I understand. To me,
Hmm.
I still say Twilight's best pony, in my opinion, and
Oh,
Derpy is
so
second
you like
best.
Tara Strong
Yeah,
because Tara Strong is who voices Twilight.
yeah.
She also voiced multiple of other characters, like for example, um, Bubbles from the original Powerpuff Girls.
Hmm.
She voices Raven from Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. She also voiced Melody from The Little Mermaid 2. Harley Quinn. I'm just gonna name a few. But yeah.
Yeah, she also voiced Riku from the Final Fantasy X. Was it? Yeah, Final Fantasy X.
Right, I forgot about that because I had never actually finished. I never finished 10 or 10-2. I never finished it. I rage quit on both games because I got stuck on a boss.
Oh, good lord, man.
Pretty much, if I get stuck on a boss and I know I can beat them, sometimes I just rage quit.
Mm. Oh well, since I'm going back to the Sonic topic now. Oh yeah. Derpy is one of the best ponies. I was saying that
Yes,
earlier.
yes. There's nothing wrong with all the ponies because again, I don't want to make a scene with this character's good, this character's good, and all that. I don't want to say any of them are bad because they're not. It's just that when when I was in the franchise, Shining Armor just stood out to me. Like kind of like how maybe you like Derpy, and how Derpy stood out for you, or kind
Yeah.
of like how for for Keo here, um, Twilight stood out to him. So we all have
Hmm.
our how we all have our favorite characters. There's nothing wrong with any of them. It's just we have our favorites for reasons, basically. So
Right. But yeah, back to some of the. I have been asking a bunch of Sonic questions lately. Like, what you mean, Keo? That's what you're supposed to be answering, dog. You're messing up, man. But anyway, what was your thoughts about Sonic Forces?
do you mean when I first saw it, or do you mean like now played it?
Well, first and now, like just your entire thoughts about Sonic Forces.
Okay. Originally, I thought, what the hell is this? Is this going to be a Generations 2? Because especially when I saw, you first see modern Sonic and then you see classic Sonic, and that's all you see. You didn't see like the characters, you didn't see Eggman and stuff like that. So I thought, oh, is this a Generations 2? And then over time, once I started seeing, like Infinite and the story and stuff, I thought, you know what? I don't mind it. When I first saw Infinite, I will be honest, I thought he was Mephiles because they didn't name him, they didn't say who he was, and stuff like that. So originally, I thought he was Mephiles. Yes, I was one of those people that thought that Infinite was Mephiles when you first see him, and especially when you saw those those comparisons and stuff like that. So I was like, what did they bring back? Did they bring back Mephiles and and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And then once we found out that it wasn't Infinite and it was it wasn't Mephiles and it was actually Infinite and someone else and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, I could probably get behind this character, and I actually enjoyed when I first played it, I was like a little skeptical and stuff like that, and I didn't really mind it. But the one thing I do hate, and this is only on the PS4 version, the scenes get blocked. So it's like,
Yeah, that
seriously?
happens on the Xbox One version too. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you try to make pictures of the cutscenes or try to record the cutscenes and stuff, and they get blocked. So you gotta use a capture card just to
Mm-hmm.
record the cutscenes, and it's like, oh god, why?
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like about that. But um, over time, I've actually enjoyed it. It's not as bad as I originally thought it would be, um, and stuff like that. And I can see why certain characters are back, but I kind of wish that they had more involvement in the story. Like Zavok and Shadow and stuff like that. Yes, Shadow, he got his own through DLC, but it
Mm-hmm.
would have been nice to see like the other villains to be more interactive. Because yes, we get a boss fight from them, and that's it. You know, we don't get and we have like 3 or 4 bosses with Infinite. Yes, I get that he's supposed to be the main villain in the thing besides Eggman, but at least get them more involved and not be like, just there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what happened to Chaos. Chaos was just there. You don't fight Chaos like you do with you have a boss with Metal Sonic. You have a boss with that fake Shadow. You have a boss with and you have a boss with that with Zarvok. You have a fight with those, but but with uh um but with Chaos, you don't. You see him in that one cutscene, and that's it.
Oh yeah, he gets bodied by freaking classic clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Like you big drip.
So yeah, after that you don't see him at all in the whole entire game. It's like, why was he there? I mean, if you were going to use, like they could have used someone else instead of bringing him in there for nothing. They could have used that slot for someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I give my boy in the chat some credit. Yeah, classic Sonic did play a little screwy in Forces.
Yes, he
Just
did
yeah, just
actually.
made me thought that like why you even added him in there in the first place? Should have kept him
Exactly.
out.
But they wanted to do it because of the whole um you know mania thing. They had to make an excuse of, oh, why, what, the ending of mania, and oh, he disappeared, you know in that void at the end of you know at the end of mania. They wanted to they wanted to have an excuse on where did he go.
Yeah, that's true, but man,
Yep.
we got enough of Classic Sonic and Mania, man. And Mania came out like before freaking Sonic Forces, and it's like,
Yeah.
bruh, like we don't need no more of that. But like, no, we apparently need more of that. So it's like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Me, my thoughts is like regardless all the problems Forces had, I still enjoyed it. I still like
Hmm.
Forces.
Yes, I do like it, and I do like the customization. Yes, it's very basic, and we should have gotten more stuff, in more detail and stuff like that. And not, but it's a start. I mean, it's something like if people want to create like their OCs and stuff like that. But some people have like on DeviantArt and all that stuff. They already draw their characters, and some characters have are different species and stuff like that. It would have been nice if they would have given us more options for the species instead of just like did we really need a dog and a wolf, because that's basically the same thing, and they could have taken a dog out and given us like a fox or something,
Yeah.
or a dragon. Because if you or any reptile type thing, you because there's no reptile. Like how's people gonna make like Vector or or a lizard or a dragon, or you know you can't.
Yeah, or a bat or anything
Yeah.
yeah, they should have had more races to play around with.
Yeah, that's the only downfall I have with the customization.
Yeah, the customization should have been way
It's
more.
good, but it's
Yeah.
basic.
Yeah.
It's basic. It's not Dragon Ball Xenoverse or Soul Calibur um size, and options, but it's basic, you know. And the thing is, yes, it's good, and I'm glad it's there, because not all games have customization,
Yeah.
but at least it's there, At least it's there.
Yeah. And that's pretty much why everybody bought it, pretty much
But I
was because of that.
I do wish that they would give you the option to play as other characters instead of you having to make a character to play the game.
Yeah. I mean, it would be cool to play with Silver again.
Yeah. But anyway, is there anything else before we move on from this forces
I'm probably
topic?
gonna have like two more questions, and then you can
Okay.
add anything else more, and then we'll close it off. Um. So, oh yeah, again with the Sonic stuff. What was your thoughts on Sonic Boom? And no, I don't mean the cartoon. I mean the game, because even though I like the cartoon and a friend of mine thinks it's trash, but
Oh boy. Which one? Because there's two Sonic Boom games.
I guess both of them.
Well, I would have to say, I have not played the first one. The Rise of Lyric. I have not played that, so I would have to give you the second one. I would have to tell you about the second one. It's okay. It's okay. Fire and Ice is actually okay, but it gets boring after a while. I basically stopped playing because I got really. It just didn't seem. It doesn't. It doesn't feel. It doesn't. It's not as fun as people claim it to be, but it's not as bad as people claim it to be. It's just you gotta be that game's more for like if you're in a certain mood and you want to play a game. It's
Hmm.
not like, oh, let's play this game and let's play it for hours and stuff like that. You know, it's more of a relaxing type game, but it's it's not like Animal Crossing. I will say that it's not like Animal, and it's not like The Sims and stuff like that. But it's it gets boring after a while, and I just basically stopped playing because I kind of lost interest in it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yep.
And there was a lot of changes they made. I feel like they kind of strayed away a little bit too far from the whole Sonic thing. But
Hmm.
eh, hey, it is
Well,
what it
Boom's
is. At least they
technically not
tried.
canon to the actual Sonic franchise. So
Yeah. I mean, to me, the comics and the TV show was good. I still like it,
yes,
but
those are good and stuff like that. Yes, but it's not. But you got to remember that they're targeting a different audience.
yeah.
So
All right. Well, this would be the last question, and then after that, you can plug and say anything that you want. But this would be the last question. What is your thoughts on Shadow the Hedgehog? I always gotta ask everybody this question.
oh boy, Shadow. Oh,
Like the
um.
game, the character, just all that in general. Like, what are your thoughts?
Okay. As for the game, it is good. It I like the direction because it basically shows that hey, Sega can actually go in a different direction, and yes, they could actually do a don't have to have a game that Sonic's the main star, and stuff like that. And I do like the choices the choices that you do affect the story, and you can have different paths to do and stuff like that. I like that. And I do like a lot of the music in it. It was actually the Shadow game was actually really really good and stuff like that. It fits Shadow the character, and we were learning more about Shadow's past and stuff like that because we don't really because at that time we didn't know who he was and about his past a lot, except for the bits and pieces that we get in at the time in Adventure 2, which sadly I didn't play on the original Dreamcast because I didn't have a Dreamcast back then. I actually had to wait until it was in the PlayStation Store and I had to buy it that way and stuff like that. So I didn't get to have the original experience like a lot of people did, So um yeah, but yeah, the Shadow the game is actually quite good. Um and stuff like that. Now, Shadow the character, again, I don't I like him and stuff like that, and some people might remember that yes, at one point I actually was obsessed with Shadow and stuff like that, but I don't want to go down that road
I
again.
don't blame you. Like, I'm a huge Shadow the Hedgehog fan, so it's like,
At one point, Shadow was actually my favorite over Storm and Scourge,
oh
but
really?
yeah, especially it was that was a long, 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 long crap. But yeah, when I first saw when I started playing Sonic Heroes, that's when I was first introduced to Shadow. And once I saw Shadow, I was like, because this was before Storm and before Scourge and stuff like that, and I was a big fan of Sonic, because because you got to think, I just came out of the 2D classic Sega Genesis, and I am jumping to the PS2, you know, because again, I didn't have the Dreamcast, so I didn't play Adventure and Adventure 2. So I'm coming from the original Sega Genesis, 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm jumping right into Heroes. So I know like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, but I don't know like the rest of the characters, like the Chaotix and the and Team Dark and Team Rose. I didn't know those characters. So once I first saw Shadow when I was playing Team Dark, I was like, you know what? I could get behind this character, and I would like to know more. And it got to the point where I was like, you know what? Yeah, I actually do like the character. So step aside, Sonic. And I kind of pushed away Sonic for a while and started liking Shadow.
Yeah, that's what I did. Like people was like, no, Shadow did it. Like Shadow was the one that got me into the Sonic
Yeah,
franchise. So it's like people
right,
was like, no, it was all Sonic. Like, what are you doing, Shadow? Why you like Shadow so much?
right. But then over time, I stopped liking Shadow once I got the Sonic Riders and I saw Storm and I was like, okay, yes, here we go. Another character that's like Shadow but also like Knuckles and stuff like that, and I kind of like Storm, and I've been going back and forth between Storm and Scourge, and over time when I was starting to work on my 1 year YouTube anniversary video, which was back in 2012, because again, remember I started in 2011. In 2012, I was working on I was trying to get an idea for my 1 year YouTube anniversary. This was back when I was actually using real music and doing tributes
Mm-hmm.
because that's how I started. I first started with tributes, then I slowly went into gaming after I watched Madam and stuff like that. But I started off with doing like video tributes. So I was working on a video tribute, trying to figure out what character to use. And I was watching Transformers, Cybertron back then. And I got introduced to a character named Scourge in the show. And I was like, is there an actual Scourge for Sonic? Because again, I didn't know who Scourge was back then and stuff like that, and so I looked him up, and by golly, there was actually a character named Scourge. So I basically started grabbing every single photo of Scourge that I could, not knowing who he was or anything, and I made the video tribute and I uploaded it, and it was actually on my channel for about a year, copyrighted and taken down.
Dang, man.
Hmm.
And I thought
And
I
it was
had
one of
some
my most
problems with
viewed
copyright.
videos as well. I had at one point I actually had about I think 2,000 views on it.
Mm. Yeah, I'm checking on the chat. Yeah, I remember. I remember when. Well, I know he thinks it's funny, but me, I thought it was pretty cool when I was younger. When I saw that freaking Shadow just comes out of the blue, just walking up, freaking cocking back that freaking SMG, that MP5, and just be like, "I'm about to go ham."
Let's see. What's he saying? I'm trying to figure out what let's see, something about one of the games from the yeah, there was one the original Rise of Lyric was on both. Rise of Lyric was actually on the Wii U and on the 3DS. Fire and Ice is actually um, only on the 3DS, and that is technically, yes, it is the sequel to Rise of Lyric, but it's only on the 3DS. Let's see. And okay, you say there's three. What's the third one? I only know about Rise of Lyric and Rise of Lyric and Fire and Ice.
Oh, the Shattered Crystal was the third one.
What's Shattered Crystal?
I have no idea. I never heard of that one either.
I've never heard of that one. So, but yeah, once I saw Scourge, I was like, okay, move aside, Shadow. So now I was like, okay, so I'm pushing Shadow away. getting another character that's like Shadow and Sonic and Storm, and now I'm in this love triangle between Scourge and Storm, and it's been going on ever since.
Mm. Wait. So wait. That see now I got more questions now. See, I was gonna end it there, but I got more questions. So, um, what 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 made you like Storm so much? I mean, Storm he is a pretty cool character and stuff. I like him in Sonic
Basically,
Riders.
when I started playing Sonic Sonic Riders, and I was trying to test out every single character to see who I was good with. And surprisingly, Storm was the only character I was good with.
Oh, uh, that's funny because in Sonic Zero Gravity, I'm good with Shadow, Blaze, and Amy. I'm not that good with
Oh, but in Zero Gravity, I'm actually good with Jet, which makes me sad
like
because at
Jet
that
gets
time
no love.
when Zero Gravity came out, I was already a fanboy of Storm, and it kind of made me sad that I couldn't be good with my favorite with my with who I idolized.
Mm-hmm.
I had to be his stupid boss. You know, not nothing against Jet, nothing against Jet. It's just that the one thing that turns me off about Jet is his voice. If they changed Jet's voice, if they changed Jet's voice, then that would be different. But I just cannot stand Jet's voice. And yes, I know they changed him in Sonic in Free Riders. In Free Riders, I know they changed him, but they changed him for the worst. They didn't change him for the better. They changed him for the worst
Oh
because
yeah.
he sounds like he's going through you know going
Yeah.
through his teenage years again. Like his voice is changing, and not in a good way.
But yeah, Toaster. That's the one we was talking about. Is Jet? Jet's the green one.
Yep, Jet the Hawk.
Oh,
The
Ward is
one that
talking
I
about
like is Storm. Storm the Albatross is the one that I really like. He's he's the gray one, the big gray bird.
Ward is talking about the shattered crystals thing in the chat. So
Oh,
I did not know about that at all.
I didn't know about that one. I might have to take a look at that one because I didn't know about that one. Anyway, any others?
Okay, this will be my last question. This time for
Are you
real.
sure?
This time, yes, I am sure. I am positive. I am ASAP. So,
Okay.
what? How can I put this? Uh, what's your thoughts on fan characters being like just people fan characters in the Sonic universe? Like, most of them, because I was watching this one thing about this lady. She was talking about people's OCs and how she was
Mm-hmm.
like, OCs is one of the worst things that can be in the Sonic fan base because of blah 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 blah. So it's like, what's your thoughts on that?
Oh boy. Well, I will say this: OCs do have a place, because if fans really like something over time, they're going to make an OC. Because over the years, I've seen OCs of My Little Pony. I've seen fans make Kingdom Hearts characters, OCs of Kingdom Hearts characters, OCs of Blaze Blue, um, Tekken, Soul Calibur, um, DBZ. I don't know if I said DBZ or not, but DBZ and Sonic. You know, everything that I've seen that I've been a part of for these past 3 decades, I've seen over time people who really do love a series will eventually make an OC of their character. And there's nothing wrong with that. If they want to make an OC, you know, for like fan fiction, or if they want to do it for like trying to get their creative juices flowing, like, you know, like me and stuff like that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
then go for it. You know, I don't see nothing wrong with it, you know, like, you know, OCs do have a place, and you know, some people hate it and some people don't, you know, and I'm one of those that don't, because you know what, because if you never if you never actually have done an OC, but you want to express yourself and you want to, you know, show your love of the franchise, then go for it, you know, like there's nothing wrong. I mean, we do live in this society and this world that is called freedom of speech, you know, and everybody has a right to their own opinion, and they do have their right of, if they want to like make an OC and ship it with a character, then go for it, you know. I don't see the downfall on that. I mean, I've done it myself, and sometimes I'm not proud of what I've done, and sometimes I'm actually very proud, and stuff like that. And I think that it's sad when people get, especially recently me, get bashed on for our creativity, you know,
Yeah.
because that kind of not, you know, that kind of takes away from our, you know, saying that, oh, we can't be creative, we can't express ourselves, we can't, you know, you want us to be a certain way when we're not, you know, that. And I think that's kind of sad, you know. You should have the right to express yourself, especially on a platform that is popular, you know, like YouTube and Facebook and Discord and or and Twitter and you know, whatever platform you use to express yourself on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, we do live in that world of freedom of speech and stuff like that. So, and we are in this decade where more things are acceptable, you know, like gender and stuff like that. And so I think that OCs being in the Sonic franchise is not that bad myself. Again, sorry for the long explanation, but that was I'm glad you brought that up, because that was one thing that I was going to say at some point, but
Nah, it's cool, man.
just some things I'm more passionate about and stuff like that. So
All right. Well, that has been most of my questions and all that stuff. So, for this interview, is there anything else you want to say or want to plug out or want to like? Hey, it's still your time, man.
well, I'm gonna say is that, one, thank you for having me. I'm kind of new to the opposite side here, because I'm usually the one interviewing people, not ever being interviewed. So this is a first for me. Thank you. Another thing is that, again, um, just do you. Don't listen to the haters. I'm currently learning that myself. Don't listen to the haters. Just just go ahead, do you, and express yourself on how you see fit. Um, you know, and stay safe out there, especially during this time, like during the summer and stuff like that, because um, there's a lot of crazy things out there, like shootings or people dying because of heat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So just stay safe out there and have a nice positive day or night or evening, wherever, whatever you guys are watching this in the future or past, or not past, but current and stuff like that. But anyway, but yeah, thank you guys again for watching, and make sure you comment, rate, subscribe to my friend here and my and and yeah, um I think that's pretty much it, because I think I've rambled on long enough.
All
And the
right.
fact of the matter is that you do have to edit this, and I kind of feel bad for you.
I probably don't have to edit it because I think
The beginning part where I didn't know that you were live.
yeah, I think that part, most of that part got jibbled up anyway because of OBS crashing. So I think I don't have to edit that part. If it's still in there, then whatever. We'll know not to make that mistake for the next interview. Cause I swear
Right.
I thought I told you. I was like, all right, I got everything
Nope.
set up. Let's go. But
Well, you did say that you had everything set up, but you never told me that we were actually live and going.
yeah. Well, my bad about that. But yeah, and for anybody else that's basically in the chat or see this video, if you want to get interviewed or whatnot, just send me a Discord or just make a Discord or whatnot, and
Yeah,
I interview you and everything be all cool
I
and stuff.
over in the and in time I might try to do interviews, but my interviews are a little different. So just putting that out there.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should be ending it. I see y'all
Yep.
guys on the next video or whatever the freak I do and all that. So yeah, peace out.
Later.